in Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. He's made his first big announcement, which is pretty much a stay on the construction of the metro car shed in the city's green lung Aarey colony. You will remember this became a huge flashpoint between activists and citizens and the Fadnavis government. The Shiv Sena was part of the Fadnavis government then, but continued to back the activists, asking for the metro shed to be moved. Now, Uddhav has clarified that there will not be a single leaf cut and he will review the metro project, though he has said that development and infrastructure will not stop. He is merely reviewing where the metro shed is at this point. But it's an interesting big picture as well. You've had Sanjay Raut, who's front man of the Shiv Sena in a sense, top spokesperson, claiming that they are tying up with local parties in Goa and they're very soon going to implement a Maharashtra kind of surprise in Goa. Joining me now to get a perspective of all the political action going on in Maharashtra and what its national perspective can be, if any, I'm joined now by Yogendra Yadav, top political analyst and of course a founder and national president of Swaraj India. Mr. Yadav, thank you so much for speaking with us. The first key question, can the Maharashtra model spread to different parts of the country? We've heard Sanjay Raut today talking about a similar sort of tie-up that he's attempting in Goa.
I don't know. Frankly, I think people are overreading what happened in Maharashtra, and to see Maharashtra as the beginning of a national trend may be overreaching it. Please remember that whatever happened in Maharashtra happened principally because of the presence of someone like Sharad Pawar. He has certain mass appeal, he has certain political experience, he has certain stature. I don't see Sharad Pawar's in the rest of the country, and therefore no matter what Mr. Raut might say, I don't know whether it's going to be replicated. There is no doubt that the government that BJP formed in Goa was completely illegitimate, was against constitutional norms. So I don't think it would be considered very immoral if the government goes, but I don't know if that's feasible. I do think people tend to overread Maharashtra.
Okay, what about how this government will move forward? Now, we've already seen a big decision from Uddhav Thackeray on the Aarey metro shed. They've made it clear they don't want to contribute too much to the bullet train. What do you think their position will be on governance?
Look, I would welcome the decision on Aarey. I would welcome the decision on a stay on bullet train. But these are decisions announced by the government in the beginning. All governments tend to announce something good right in the beginning. Let's not read the entire trajectory of the government based on that. Frankly, I don't expect very much from this government. There is no doubt that the attempt to form a BJP-NCP government with Ajit Pawar was immoral, was unconstitutional. That was a fraud on the constitution perpetrated by the BJP and NCP, supported by the governor and sadly endorsed by the President of India. And I'm very happy that that could be prevented by the Supreme Court, and we should thank the court on that basis. But that does not mean that the government formed by Congress, NCP and Shiv Sena is morally legitimate. Remember, the people of Maharashtra did not vote Congress, NCP and Shiv Sena to power. This is a post-election arrangement of a kind which is not an ordinary coming together of various parties, which is a coming together of the defeated and one of the victors. So I don't see that as much of a legitimate arrangement. And apart from the moral legitimacy of it, just the sheer incongruity of the parties coming together, NCP and Shiv Sena and Congress, makes it suspect. So I frankly don't know how long the government would last. That would really depend on Sharad Pawar's ingenuity. I don't know whether the government would be at least less corrupt than the previous government. I can't be sure with the kind of people that exist in both the parties today. It could well be more corrupt than the previous government. Yeah. Would it be seen to be at least efficient? I don't know, given Uddhav Thackeray's lack of track record in governance and administration, would it even be efficient? So I remain a skeptic, would be very happy to be proven wrong.
what about how long they last? Now, we've seen this formula in recent times of, strange combinations. The SP-BSP came together, the JDU-RJD came together, but they didn't last. Do you see more such attempts as the BJP grows more powerful?
These combinations don't last for a reason. Public wants something more than just coalition. Please remember, NCP, Shiv Sena, Congress coalition is not a coalition that came before election and got people's approval. It's a post facto arrangement put together by some of the very crafty politicians of the country. I don't know if this coalition would have won people's mandate if they had actually gone to the people. There is a sense of unease, disquiet with BJP's governance in many parts of the country. Especially there is an unhappiness, anger with the state governments of BJP. To my mind, it would be wrong to think of this as a sign of unease with Modi government at the center. But yes, there is unease at the state level. The only question we need to think about is whether that would be countered by coalitions of this kind. I personally think that coalitions of this kind are not enough. People need an alternative. People need to see someone offering them better policy package. People need to see more credible leaders. Merely coming together of coalition parties may be necessary, but it is certainly not sufficient. And to my mind, any attempt to replicate this may have small dividends as it did during 2019. But that clearly was not enough. We saw that in 2019, we saw it in Uttar Pradesh, we saw that in Karnataka, we saw that in Maharashtra, where coalitions did come into being, but they failed to deliver. So to my mind, merely coming together of opposition parties is not enough. There is a need to do something more than that, which is a message, a coherent message and a credible messenger. Unless you have that, you cannot take on the BJP.
Well, what are the lessons here for the BJP? Will they now review the way they function with their alliance partners or make sure the world sees that the Shiv Sena made a mistake?
I think BJP has entered a stage of hubris, arrogance, where I don't think they are into correcting themselves. Yes, they would make many tactical adjustments. But I don't see BJP giving up its larger ambition. The larger ambition of BJP is to have a political monopoly over the country by gradually sidelining their allies, whether it's Akalis, whether it's JDU. BJP has shown the capacity to enter into alliances, but at the same time cutting the allies to the size. I don't see BJP withdrawing from that kind of strategy. There could be tactical withdrawal in one or two states. JDU is just too powerful and necessary for them to opt out of. Akalis they cannot do without. But in overall terms, I don't see BJP backing out from or changing their overall strategy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Yogendra Yadav. For all of your inputs and analysis. We'll have to wait and see how this experiment moves forward in Maharashtra. But first day, first show. Remember, it's the heart and soul of Bollywood, the home of Bollywood as well, is this mega change on the Aarey metro shed.